I was raised in Lafayette, Louisiana. My daddy, he's the captain of his own shrimp boat. I hated my daddy. He was a mean old man, my daddy. He took an 8-year-old Bray Wyatt and he pulled him out of school. He didn't think I needed to learn with them other kids. And I learned a lot of things. I learned how this world likes to throw away a little white trash peon like Bray Wyatt. And let me tell you something. I ain't no white trash, and I ain't no peon either.
There you are. Come on in. I've been waiting for you.
Everyday working class. People like me. They get down on their hands and knees and they whisper these little lies and secrets into their ears. But I have a secret of my own. Hey, you want to see something really scary? And we went down in the river to pray, studying about those good old days, and who shall wear the starry crown? Good Lord, show me the way. She taught me from a young age. She said, you gotta get them before they get you. Her touch could save the world, but her kiss burns it to the ground. I love you, Sister Abigail.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. Before we get into everything, I just want to say, rest in peace Terry Funk, and rest in peace Wyndham Rotunda, aka Bray Wyatt. Very disheartening, news that came across the last few weeks ago about his death. As a fan, you hear so many great things about him as a man, a father, a husband. I believe him and JoJo are married, and just as like I said, within the industry and stuff, never heard anything bad about him. Obviously didn't know him personally, but just as a fan, watching his career grow, he was a really talented individual. I've always liked the way he, his promos and the things he did. So I just wanted to do a little shout out to him in the only way that I could do it. As in my 30s now. I was a youngster, but I was, old enough to be there when unfortunately Eddie Guerrero passed away, I think in 2005. And that was hard because he's one of my favorite wrestlers. And Bray was another wrestler I enjoyed watching very much so. And it just had that same feel. Anytime you lose a person, athlete, it hurts. But I think in this case, when, active competitors pass away, it stings just a little bit more because they're so young, they're so full of life, and especially with someone like me, Bray's only a few years older than me, and so it's just like, wow, but it's really disheartening. So I just wanted to do that. Hopefully that was, I hope that was, good enough. I know Murs did a tremendous tribute to him in his Forbidden Door, AEW versus WWE Forbidden Door little story he did this few weeks ago or a few days ago, and he did a great little tribute to him. So that kind of also gave my motivation seeing that to do a little something for Bray. And also shout out to Terry Funk, absolute legend of the industry. Obviously wasn't around to watch a lot of his stuff, a little bit at the Attitude Era when he was working with WWE, but just a legend. So rest in peace to both of those gentlemen, and thank you guys for the memories. With that being said, we're going to go right into things here. Grab my phone. Sorry about that. So, I'm back. Sorry for the delay. It's been about a month. Hoping to have this video out tomorrow or later on this evening. Tomorrow is today, Monday. Happy Labor Day to all of you, by the way. Don't want to forget that. Hope you guys have a safe, fun Labor Day. I've been out. It was, personal issues. Was in the hospital for a week. Everything's okay. And then some other personal stuff kind of took my interest and my time away from doing this. But I always had the mindset and the want to do it. Just hadn't done it. So I hope with this video we're going to start things rolling. Because I know there's a couple of you that expressed you're glad to see me back on the channel. And that meant a lot. So I want to start producing content for those of you that still care about the channel. And thank you so much for your guys' blessings and thoughtful comments. So as you can see, what you can expect from the channel. Well, off rip, there's a lot of ideas when I first put this channel together, what I want to do in wrestling games, but we're just going to stick with universe mode. I know universe mode is a thing of the past. It seems like with a lot of people going with the route of doing individual stories and mini stories, but which is awesome, but I'd rather just do universe mode. But I also kind of want to take into that idea a little bit in a sense and kind of spin it in my own way. So we'll start off with, sorry, I'm looking down, reading my notes, the same stuff that's on the screen. I'm reading this and I'm editing that part to it later. So we're going to kick off with WrestleMania. So I know it said WrestleMania highlights. At the time of getting this done, I thought about doing WrestleMania highlights like I did in the past. But what I'm going to do is we're going to start WrestleMania. It's going to be the start of the pay-per-view. And the goal is to go from WrestleMania to the next WrestleMania. And then from there, I'll assess if I get through it, can I continue doing this again? If you guys are interested enough to continue doing this? If not, like Lisa, hey, I tried it, I gave my all, I actually stuck to it, I didn't quit. And if that's it. It was a ride. If not, then it is what it is. But the whole goal is to try to get there. So I'm gonna start with WrestleMania being the pay-per-view, but I'm gonna start with Monday Night Raw and do a couple of Raw, SmackDowns, and NXT. It's kind of built to WrestleMania. A lot of it will be based off of WWE at the time of WrestleMania. Maybe some other stuff, other creators' ideas and my own ideas kind of mashed together to create my own little spin on WrestleMania. So, but it will start at WrestleMania and it will go on so forth, so on and so forth. Like I just said, Raw, SmackDown, NXT. Each pay-per-view will look each house show will look to be 2 or 3 a week. Maybe we'll do Raw, SmackDown, NXT, two shows, PLE. If it's a major pay-per-view like WrestleMania, maybe not this one exactly, but WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, the big four, then maybe we can go 3 house shows to build minors to get to it, because I want to be able to not rush, but I want to move the stories. I want to move the series along, going, especially having 3 shows, going 4 shows each week. That's I can't do it. Barely be able to do this. I'm not trying to sound lazy. It's just, it's a commitment. I'm sure you guys know it by just watching content creators all over. It's a commitment. So I want to do it this way. If things pick up, maybe we can always adjust and change. But we're going to go 2 to 3 house shows per pay-per-view or PLE. And then each show, PLE and house show. House shows probably be, what did I say? 3 to 4 segments, and then segments includes matches, promos, whatever. All those things could create a segment. With house show you can see 2 to 3, then maybe with PLE you can see 3 to 4. It just depends on what's going on at the time, the pay-per-view, what's the storylines that are, your guys' interests, my availability, all that. But those are things you can kind of see with that. So that's what you expect. And then when it comes to PLEs, you can see obviously more matches, segments, 4 to 6. Once again, smaller PLEs, like you saw Payback, that even, they didn't have a lot of matches, but they got hard-hitting, good quality matches. I didn't watch it. I don't really watch it like that no more. I just follow it through YouTube, and sometimes I'll catch SmackDown, Raw here and there, but I just kind of keep my eye on it through YouTube. But I heard it was a great show. Wasn't that many matches. I know people were kind of like, well, what the heck's going on? But I'm kind of going that route, and hey, I'm gonna give you 3 or 4 to 6, segments based on the storylines. Not gonna have too much fillers. I'm not gonna have too much time for fillers. So we're gonna get to the nitty gritty. These are either gonna end feuds, continue feuds, start new rivalries, or branch. That's it. I'm not gonna have I'm not gonna have random matches. Just have random matches, and that had nothing to do with anything. I'm not saying I'll never have filler, but my fillers won't be fillers long term. Like, I might throw something together, but that will maybe lead to something else down the line, etc., etc. So everything I'm gonna do is gonna be with a purpose and to keep it pushing. So you that's kind of what my mindset is. Like, smaller PLEs, 3 to 4 matches, bigger ones, 5 to 6, maybe 7, depending. So yeah. Also, what you can expect here is these major universe storylines. The Bloodline, still one of the best bloodlines. The Bloodline storyline is one of the best storylines WWE has produced in the last, within the last 5 to 10 years. I'm gonna create my own spin on that. I've always liked that storyline. I know it's ending in WWE, and it's not ending, but it's going in a different direction. I'm not saying that I will do the exact same way, but we'll get to that point. But we're gonna do my spin on it. I think there's some juice left with that, storyline. Cody Rhodes, another major storyline. Can he finish the story? I have an idea how I kind of want to play that out, and I think it'd be exciting to show you guys my spin on it. If we can continue and I build, we get there. The Judgment Day, big fan of them. Like what they're doing. They just won the tag team champions at Payback. Spoiler, if you didn't know that. So they're gonna have a major impact in a storyline for my Universal Mode to kick things off. Another big guy, not big guy, but another big storyline. LA Knight's journey. Gonna do something with him. I like the things he's doing. Finally, he's very interesting. Say what you want about him, but he's a draw. As of right now, he's a draw, and people are behind him. He's getting pushed, well deserved. And then obviously the draft. I'm always a big fan of the draft. If you were a part of the channel a year ago, the interest and the love I got from you guys built off the draft, and why I want to come back and do Universe Mode because of that. And I want to bring that back. I would love for it to hit as big as it did the last time. Maybe we can, maybe we can't, but I want to at least do the draft again, and so on and so forth. So I want to do that at some point in the year. Now, those storylines that I just said you see on the screen, that is not the only storylines you will see. That's not the only, wrestlers, characters, what you want to say that you'll see. There'll be more. But those are where I'm going to start off with, or they're going to be the major. I won't say start, because some of those storylines could last the whole entire year. Some of it can go to a couple months, but those are where we're going to start, and we'll branch from there and stuff, whatnot. So, other than that, I think that's it. Don't want to take too much of your guys' time. Just wanted to kind of give you guys a little heads up that I'm trying to come back. And yeah, thank you guys for tuning in to the channel. Once again, happy Labor Day. If you like this video, if you like the if you like the idea that I'm coming back, hit that like button and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, because in a couple weeks or so, we'll be returning. Haven't started recording yet, but I want to get the ball rolling. I'll try to do a couple shows, maybe a whole, get maybe Raw, SmackDown, NXT, maybe 1 or 2 of those shows recorded and done, and then we can start producing content, putting it out, and and stuff like that. Also, probably do some little builds for the Universe Mode, but hopefully create some excitement. Glad to be back. Hope to be back. Like I said, the goal is to go from WrestleMania to WrestleMania and see where we are from there. I will love to do this because I've invested some equipment into it, and we've been off and on inconsistent. So hopefully now I can be consistent. Once I be consistent, you guys have shown more than enough times that you will rock with your boy, and I appreciate that. So thanks again, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Labor Day again, and I'll see you on the next one.